If you don't have a garage full of noodle cups, if you're not caught up in The Walking Dead, fear The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead comics, and you are not prepared for the financial apocalypse, the financial crisis. It's coming. I'm Chris Stead, and for the next 6 hours, 10 minutes, we are going to take you through the top 5 things you need to know about surviving the coming financial crisis. It's not just Friday, people. It's a Find a Friday. Yeah! Okay, tip number 5, debts. Get rid of them. We saw this in the last financial crisis, people getting in over their heads, the interest rate rises, and all of a sudden you don't have that money that you thought you were going to have to be able to pay off those debts. Look at a balance transfer. You might be able to get some interest-free period there. You might also be able to get some cool frequent flyer points, maybe even score yourself a little bit of a family holiday. And alternatively, you can also look at getting a unsecured personal loan. Both of these options are compared on finder.com.au, so make sure you go and check out your options. Tip number 4, you're going to have to build up your emergency saving buffer. Now, how are you going to go about this? You could be in 2 situations here. You could be the one, you don't own a home, and if you don't own a home, then you need to look at your savings account. You need to make sure that you've got the best interest rate possible. You need to go to your bank, you need to compare what they're offering with the other banks out there, make sure you've got a good interest rate and you're getting good money on your return. If you do own a house, then you may want to look at an offset loan. I've got an offset loan, they're really, really handy. What you do is you just put your money that you earn on top of the loan, it brings down your overall mortgage that you're owing, and then therefore pays down the payments that you need to make every single month. It's also psychologically good because it makes your loan look like it's smaller and you feel better about yourself. Tip number 3, might be obvious, but get more money. How? Rob a bank. Can't say that? Oh, okay. Well, potentially you might want to have a side hustle then. Side hustles are the new thing. Everyone's doing them. We've even got a list here of some side hustles that you may be able to take advantage of during the next financial crisis. You could rent out your car, rent out a spare room in your house, hit eBay, sell some of the stuff you're not using. Look at some of the stuff that you can do, like writing or cooking. Perhaps you can sell those. You could rent out your gear, like golf clubs you don't use, or your tools that are sitting in the shed doing nothing. These are the types of things you can do to have more money. Number 2, make your money work for you now when the times are good, or at least okay. Now, investing for most people is quite terrifying, but so are zombies. And there's going to be lots of zombies during the financial apocalypse, right? Okay? There are a bunch of platforms out there now that will automate your investments. You'll be surprised how much easier it can be now to manage that stuff. In fact, we did a video about this just last week on ComSec, so you can go check that out and find out more about it. We're going through the top 5 ways to survive the financial crisis. We've reached the number 1 spot. We've got a very special guest here, Joel Grylls, a professional doomsday prepper. We are here to talk about the financial crisis. Just means the number one thing we need to do is acquire gold. So I do have some questions for you as a professional doomsday prepper here. Is it true the best place to store gold is as a tooth?
I have never tried it because I keep my gold in a secret location. You almost got it from me. You know, if you point someone out with a gold tooth, I'll be the first to see just how safe it is.
Now, I've heard about a story about a goose that does lay golden eggs. Can you tell me where to find this goose and or any of its potential weaknesses?
This is one thing I've learned in my life. It is that you cannot fight a goose.
Now, Joel, you brought in a bag, which is your professional doomsday kit to survive the financial crisis. Can you take us through what's in there?
Sure. Okay. Well, this bag was $40 on Gumtree. It was an amazing find.
You got gold
Haven't
in
put
there?
one in there. No gold in here. My gold is in a secret location, and I will not tell anyone. In fact, I don't even know where my gold is. So if I die, it's safe. So number 1, we've got duct tape. This stuff is useful for anything and everything. You can build a boat out of it. Pliers, obviously. Chain, padlock with a key. Bike lock as well. Combination, once again a secret. We're gonna get into some more and more detailed pieces as we go. So this is actually an eyepiece. So you can have a look at that one. Please don't break it. It's a type of, I guess like a rope. It's good for stuff.
String even.
So welder goggles. Now this is important. You want to be able to disguise yourself in a way that looks really menacing so people leave you alone.
Well, if there's a rave as well, you know, you can turn up dressed.
Yeah. Now, knee pads, really important.
Yep.
You're doing garden work or you're just crawling around doing anything, you want to look after your knees.
Shoulder pads even?
Don't have shoulder pads. It's on the list. A safety wallet, water bottle, welder gloves.
Don't need to colour match with the goggles?
You can put those on as well.
No.
Another water bottle, you know, just in case the first one runs out. Got the wire cutters, another pair of goggles, a small belt. I'm not quite sure why this is in here. Now, of course, the next one is just a must-have in the apocalypse. It is throwing knives that you put on a belt. There are only 2 of them. So if you miss, you can throw the second one. That way you won't miss. Wow, we've got so much in here. Balaclava, bandage, LED light, a adjustable spanner. It's Trojan, is a good brand. Boot polish, you can put that on your boots. Now, the question I have to ask you is when you're at home and you have a first aid kit, where do you put your first aid kit?
Car.
That's a good answer, actually. A strap that you can use to put on a bag. You don't be running around holding a bag in your hands.
Not if it's full of gold.
Especially if it's not full of gold,
Right.
you want to put a strap on that. Some weightlifting gloves, important to survive. You gotta stay healthy, you gotta stay fit. Aspirin, end of the world or a financial crisis, you don't know what's gonna happen with medication.
And if you're going to be drinking the whole time you're panning for gold,
it's true, you're gonna need something.
Yeah,
you're gonna need to be able to
potentially
recover
more than
in some way.
4, but
That's true. I'm not gonna survive very long.
you're a professional.
One of these things, I don't know what they're called. Set of binoculars, has a compass.
You could start a fire with that.
It's true. Mirror and a compass. It's not too bad all in all. Bourbon from somewhere. It tastes good. Now we're getting into the real stuff. And by that I mean, okay, so if you have a migraine, you can put this on your temples and it goes away after about 5-10 minutes. And for asthma, obviously, if you're running around for any reason whatsoever, you need an asthma buffer. Another bandage, in case the first bandage is being used for another wound.
Is it still the same bag, right?
Yeah, this is, well now we're down with the first pouch. So let's get to the second one. Okay, so, bottle of rum. Has a protective coating made out of plastic. You could drink the rum, then fill it up with water, and it could be a water bottle.
Yep.
A book. Books are pretty useful. You can write things down in case you're going to forget them.
And a pen?
No pen. A transformer for a car is 1,000 safety pins. D&D dice is important. When the power goes out, you're going to have to find ways to stay sane. So that's why you also have a harmonica. Here we go. All right. Now this is green stuff, and this is blue stuff. Making your key, you can make a piece that you're missing from a.
We'll put that with the balaclava and the
something.
bolt cutters, shall we?
Yeah, let's put it there. This is very important. When the world ends and the economy has fallen, you want to start your own economy. And in order to do that, you need a representation of value or wealth. So if you bring coins of your own making or some that you might have ordered off AliExpress, whatever it is, you can start up your own trade system. So if you have a lot of great pieces of, like a lot of different tools that you want to sell to people out in the apocalypse, you introduce a new new form of currency. And so in this case, these are pirate coins. So I'll give you a couple there. And it's essentially just allows you to become a vendor in the new world.
There you go.
That's it.
Well, I'm a bit concerned that there's no change of underwear in there, but we'll get through that anyway. And that is the number 1 tip for surviving the financial crisis. Acquire gold. And thank you. We're going to have professional doomsday, Joel. You've done it.
Thank you for having me,
We are
Chris.
set.
I just need a little bit of help to put this back in my bag, and that's it. It's not just Friday, it's Finder Friday.
Finder for comparison. Compare the best health, insurance for your wealth, top destinations, something for yourself. Compare the hottest fashion.
I really forgot what I put in this bag. That's how prepared I am. A hammer, but you know what I wanted to say is just one last thing. It's not just Friday. Damn it. It's Friday.